Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for sharing your Saturday with me. The grumpy person up in the box ahead of me.
What you say?
The
Did you say the
grumpy person.
grumpy?
The grump.
Oh, we got jokes this morning. All right. Oh, I'm up now. You know I'm ready. You know I'm ready to pan now. Oh,
I
it's
know,
on and popping.
I
It's on and
know.
popping. Everybody
Mickey.
get y'all flotation devices out because we got the stewardess up in this joint. Yeah. She getting ready to give y'all directions. All right. Anybody sitting
Oh
by the
no,
exit doors?
hey.
Anybody sitting by the exit doors that cannot handle the situation and the doors? Please move right now because we are coming at you.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
Mickey,
Can
Mickey,
you? This is
Mickey.
not your show.
Hey,
Okay,
look,
stop, stop.
Mickey, getting ready to
This
put
is
on a
not.
parachute. Mickey getting ready to put on a
Let
parachute.
me
We talking about the
introduce
plane.
Mickey. This is not your show. Everybody, this is activist Arthur Woodson on here. And he is already at it. Arthur Woodson was an activist who has led many of the protests and has been a consistent advocate for water quality, service line replacement, um, all the things to make sure that the city of Flint and then everything else he gets into. But today we're
Y'all
supposed to talk
stop,
about
man.
water, but
Tanya on one this morning, man. Tanya on the road this morning.
we're supposed to talk about water. Let me get this disclaimer. The views of Arthur Woodson are the views of Arthur Woodson only. Let me give that disclaimer. Mickey, how are you this morning?
I'm all right. Good morning.
Oh man.
Woo.
All right.
Mickey.
I'm
Yeah.
serious now. Good morning, everybody. How you doing, Tonya Burns and Arthur Woodson?
What's
I
up?
am,
What's
I am
happening?
good. And listen to everybody who was listening in. This is going to be a good show. Please click like and share and subscribe. Click like, share, and subscribe. We're able to bring these by you sharing. And then if you're feeling generous, if you're on here, you can donate to Cash App, $810 News Media Group. That is for Cash App, $810 News Media Group. Mickey, it is down at the bottom of the scroll. For those of you who have got good eyes, it's at the bottom of the scroll. So listen, everyone that is tuned in from wherever you are and from whatever state that you are in, it is a great morning to be alive. And I'm serious, y'all. The views of Arthur Woodson are the views of. I'm not joking about that. I have
Hey
no
man.
idea where he's gonna be
Hey,
going with
hey,
everything.
hey, Mickey, don't this sound like the Delta flight right here? This sound like the Delta flight. She giving you all the things, and you're gonna hit some turbulence. And if your mask drop down, put that joint on because it's coming.
That's right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How
So
you doing?
we're gonna get into a couple of things. My first one is to state, Mick, we had a young lady, one of my residents, and Ballinger Highway is a dangerous highway. So I want to send out to Monique Proby, who was in the hospital. She was hit. People were concerned. She's okay, everybody. She's okay. She's got to have some things done with her leg. She's going to have surgery on that. But she is going to. When she's posting is good. So she posted this morning. So it's always a good thing when you see someone they're posting. That means she's in her right mind. She had, I believe, some stitches in her head. I didn't want to put those up because those were going to be. I felt a little bit too graphic. And then she has her leg has got some issues. But the community came out. She was hit by a driver, by a young lady, and the young lady was shaken, and Monique was taken away in an ambulance. So she's got to get a few things, and a leg can be repaired, and she's going to take some time for some healing. But my prayers are out to Monique Proby that she has a fast healing and recovery. And so she posted this morning. She said, God is so amazing. They just keep saying you are very lucky, lucky, lucky lady. Thank you, Father God. Surgery Monday. Hallelujah. She says, thank you, Tonya Burns, for your support. I heard you over me. And the young man that kneeled and prayed over me. Amen, amen, and amen. And so what we have to do, most people don't want to stop and get involved. No one's coming to save our community. We have to save our own community. The community has to save the community. So she is going to be okay. But I just, for a few statistics, there have been 3 people hit on Ballinger in the past, I believe 2.5 years. There have been 3 people hit. 2 were killed. She survived. Monique survived. So there were 3 people who were hit, and 2 passed away. Monique survived. So she is truly blessed. So put her in your prayers, everyone, because this could have been a different result. So going on to Woodson, and I seriously mean the views of our Woodson.
Hey, but listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So are we in official capacity, or are we in the hood capacity?
Official.
Okay, you know I gave you instructions. He knows I gave him instructions, and I'm gonna tell everybody these are the instructions I gave him. I'm gonna be transparent.
You gonna talk about the Christian show? This is, you know what?
I always
it's edited. It's edited. It's edited. I'm not gonna curse. I'm not gonna cuss. I'm not gonna cuss.
But what do I always tell you?
So you'll be able to share
with my mother and my aunts, because my
mother, I thought you was gonna say your daddy, because your daddy. Hey, yeah. It ain't like ooh, yeah.
My mother.
Your daddy.
My daddy.
What your daddy do? What your daddy do?
So my daddy's from St. John's, okay? He's from St. John's. And so he wrapped that like he's a blood or a criminal. Like, man, you were like 80.
But where I'm parked at, Tanya, I'm up at my homeboy's detail shop, and it's called Keep It Clean. So I'm gonna keep everything clean. I got this thing looking dead at me saying keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna
Keep It Clean auto detailing. Where's he located at? Does he
2202 Corona Road. Corona and Boxburg. Huh?
He at the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah, this is my homeboy. James.
Yeah, he does a job.
Does a great job. Yeah, yeah.
He does an absolutely great job.
So I'm looking at the sign. I'm not gonna cuss, because this is some information that needs to get out, and then it'll reach a lot of people, because I'm not cussing. So
well, let's be clear, it's excessive cussing. You did
I don't do excessive cussing.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Because I played my mom, my mom comes and stays with me sometimes, and I played that one with 17 minutes.
Oh, okay. It was 17 minutes.
And she was like, oh, I had the Woodson. Oh my goodness.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm a Gemini. That must have been the other. That must have been the other person.
We know we might get, which name tag you wearing today. So we know.
Hey, all right. Okay. Hey, you know what? You know what? Can I say something real quick though? On for real, on the up and up, right? My uncle fell off. He's 86 years old. He still get around. He gets around. He still drives, but he didn't have any railings on his stairs to walk down, and he fell off the stairs 2 weeks ago. So my cousins called me. They was like, Art, a lot of different organizations that does for the elderly. So I called all the organizations that I know of, G-Card, I called Habitat for Humanity, I called Valley of Aging, I called all kinds of places, right? Some said that you have to get in line and wait for the money. Some said they didn't have any money. Metro Community Development, they don't have any money. That's what they told me. The issue that I have, right, is that Mayor Sheldon Nickelbag Neely is sitting on $40 million, and I had to pay $376 out of my pocket, and my uncle paid 300. It totaled up to 676 because the wood and all that is expensive. The wood was $376 by itself, and my uncle paid the 300 for labor. Uh, that right there, and he needed it. He couldn't leave the house unless he had those railings, because he cannot walk down the stairs without the railings. The point that I'm making is that it's a lot of seniors. It's a lot of seniors that need roofs. We went in price, for the roofs. It's $50 a bundle. The seniors can't afford that, man. So I just wanted to put that out there. That things are crazy, and $40 million to be still sitting on, and talking about cutting up some trees and moving some branches over Service Park, getting the job done. Yogi and Boo Boo running around in the park. You know, you know.
Mickey, so we're going to segue to Mickey. Their judge gave his decision, his court ruling. And can you put up with scripts, which I believe service lines were to be completed by the end of July 2023. Which I believe July 31st was the last date that the city was supposed to have them done. The NRDC had submitted they wanted the city to be fined $500 per day if they had not completed the service lines. Can you scroll it back down, Mickey, so we can see the headline? We can just leave it there. So it says, federal judge finds city of Flint in contempt, citing Script News Pro. So this is where people kept saying Woodson didn't know what he was talking about, the water. You had also, going down there. This is where activists were all working together. I believe you went to the court hearing, you, Melissa Mays. You had, I don't know who all was there with you, but you had named them in one of your lives. And so to find the judge to find the city of Flint in contempt, explain to people how important this judge's ruling is, and what is this?
I sent the video. To you, Mickey. I think it's the last video that I sent. Can you play that video? It's real short. It's real short, and it just goes to show how this administration will. And that's why I call him Mayor Sheldon Santos Neely. If no one knows who Santos is George Santos, U.S. Congressman, who was voted in New York. And he got expelled from Congress. I think this was the first time in like over 74 years that somebody had been expelled from Congress. He got expelled because he lied about his degree. He lied about everything. I mean, you name it, he lied about it. He was buying clothes. He did everything. Mayor Sheldon Santos Neely makes George Santos look like a cream puff, because this guy has lies on top of lies on top of lies.
Which one is it that you want on?
It's the last one that I sent you. And what it goes to show, man, is that he not only lies, he has his administration to lie to the public. And it's highly upsetting how they come out and really tell you one thing. Since 2019, the service lines was 19%, I mean 95% done. 95% in 2019. Benton Harbor has 6,000 lines to do. They did them within a year's time after the COVID. If you listen to uh, Mayor Sheldon Neely, he always say the COVID slowed us down, the prices start, I mean, he comes up with lies on top of lies. And we sit back and believe his lies. A lot of us sit back and believe his lies because if we didn't, he wouldn't be in office right now. If we didn't believe his lies, he would not be in office right now.
So, Mickey,
And
while you're doing that, and I'm gonna set this up because a lot of people. So,
okay.
while he's fine. So it says federal judge. This is USA Today. Flint has made national news again. It says federal judge finds Flint, Michigan, in contempt for missing water line replacement. And this is it says a federal judge has found the city of Flint in contempt of court for missing deadlines for lead water line replacement and related work in the aftermath of the city of Flint water crisis. U.S. District Judge David Lawson found the city in civil contempt for violating a February 2023 court order. The court order arose from a 2017 settlement of the lawsuit under which the city pledged to replace lead lines that carry drinking water. The city had agreed to replace the lines by early 2020, but had not completed that work, according to a news release Wednesday by the NRDC. Also, homeowners are waiting in some cases for years for the city to repair property damage, such as damaged curbs, sidewalks, and lawns caused by the lead line replacement, the NRDC said. The city has failed to abide by the court's orders in several respects and has no good reason for its failures, Judge Lawson wrote in an order issued late Thursday. So this is very
not
serious.
that one, Mickey. It's the video. It's a TikTok video that's in your messenger. And it's the last one that I sent you. I'm sorry, Tanya. Councilwoman Burns. What
So
were you saying?
it says though lead lines have been replaced at tens of thousands of homes, the city still hasn't completed outreach to several dozen homes. A recent survey showed that at least 275 still had service lines that needed to be replaced, but may have declined to participate in the program. Also, at least 2,000 homes have damaged curbs, sidewalks, or lawns from the replacement work, and the city has repeatedly failed to comply with the court ordered reporting requirements to document all the work it has completed, according to the filings in the case. So
check this out, right? Here's what they're saying. Remember when scripts came and they was calling that number, right? The number that they couldn't get through to. So they had door hangers that Neely them put out, and what they do, the wording is where they tried to fool the judge. The wording was, if your yard has been completed, if your yard was not complete, then call this number. But the number didn't work. The number didn't work, so they was able to go to court and say, hey, we gave them a number to call. They didn't never call and leave a message. They didn't call and do anything. So they able to go to court. They tried to bamboozle the judge. And then on top of that, Lang did 700 yards. I mean, not 700 yards. They did $700,000 worth of work. Not Lang, but Goyette. They gave them addresses that wasn't even on the list. It wasn't even on the list. The city paid Goyette $700,000, and the state would not reimburse the city the money back. So we lost $700,000. Are you talking to me? Huh? You on mute. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
not to cut you off. You ain't talking about the one with Maurice Davis on that video you sent me. 'Cause I ain't got
no,
no.
no, 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 no. It's Athena. You'll see a female on there named Athena. It's in your messenger, and it's the last video that I sent you on Facebook. It's the last video that I sent you.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, videos. Nah, I'm looking for it. No, because the
In
last.
your Facebook page.
Yeah, nah, I ain't get that one.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
All
ain't
right.
get that.
So okay, but anyway, what it is? Are you sure you don't have any videos in your messenger?
No, only ones I got, I got the one with Maurice Davis. That's what I got today, and everything else through that is
No, this was last night. It was in your mess. I sent it in your messenger
yeah.
last night.
No, I ain't got because all I got is the ones with all the ones you sent with far as Neely and this all this other stuff with the system alert and all
Right,
that. I
right.
ain't got no. I ain't
So
got no.
That was
Mickey,
from Facebook.
Mickey, can we
Yeah,
put up, because I was quoting the Scripps one. Can you put up the Scripps one
I
video that
got
I
you.
have?
Hold
And
on.
so if you can put that one up, because that shows where the service line they were calling and no one would answer or you couldn't get through.
Hold on. I
And
got that video you sent me. Let me put it up for you. Yeah. Put it up now. Hold on one second. Hold on. I got you right here. You ready for me to play it?
yeah, let's play it.
I admit to that, right? Some could be contributed to me, and some could be contributed to other pieces, right?
Those words by Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely were aired in a Scripps News investigation in May, and some of them are now being cited in court documents asking a federal judge to find the city and its mayor in contempt of court after they say the city missed yet another deadline. The court motion also asks the judge to issue a daily fine of $500 paid jointly by the city and its mayor in his official capacity until Flint complies with its court-ordered deadlines to identify the full scope of its remaining work to replace lead drinking water pipes across the city. Scripps News reported this past May how nearly a decade after the Flint water crisis began, thousands of residents may still need their drinking water pipes inspected for toxic lead and other health hazards.
So what's the number overall that needs to still be completed?
Well, those numbers are, elusive to say. I don't want to be nailed down to actually giving a particular number.
In an April interview with Scripps News, Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely, who took over the city 3.5 years ago, repeatedly declined to share how many homes still need to be inspected for potentially toxic water pipes.
You want me to give you a number?
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000.
I give you percentages. More than 90% of this process has been completed.
More than 90% complete is also exactly where the city said it stood in this press release that we found from August of 2020, nearly 3 years ago. Our own Scripps News analysis showed the work on Flint's pipes in recent years has slowed to a crawl.
Now that we're getting down to the last few lines, they're very difficult to find those lines because we're so close to the finishing point.
But we told Neely about 7 different Flint residents who we discovered had repeatedly contacted the city, but are still waiting to get contractors out to their homes after all these years, including Adia McCullough. She told us that her 7-year-old son, Robbie, has had to drink bottled water his entire life while they wait for the city to dig underground and inspect their water lines.
They came and spray painted the pipeline and they put little flags and then they left and they never did the work. It feels like you don't matter. It feels like the world just keeps going on and you keep going on. But everyone here is not important enough.
This woman's name is Adia.
After we told the mayor about Adia and gave the city her address and phone number in late April, he pledged to do something about it.
Now I know her name. Now that you're bringing it to me, I will send a team out.
We asked the mayor how long residents like Adia should have to wait for a team to assess their homes.
Going forward from today, how long should they have to wait before someone from the city either shows up at their house or actually starts excavation?
But once that call comes in and then we catalog that call, I would assume no more than 2 weeks before they can see some level of action. And thank you on behalf of Adina that you brought to our attention. And definitely we will be reaching out to her.
But more than a month later, we went back to Flint and visited Adia on her front porch.
No action still.
Has the city called you to set up an appointment?
No,
You've seen no action.
none.
And as Flint residents like Adia remain in limbo, we found another issue. On our visit this past April, the main phone line the city tells residents to use to call to get the let out was not working.
The user's mailbox is not available at this time. Thank you. Goodbye.
When we told the city, a spokesperson promised a permanent fix. But a month later, when we sat with Tonya Burns, the Flint City Council member who represents Adia McCullough's neighborhood, we watched what happened when she tried to call.
The user's mailbox is not available at this time.
This is the one line. If no other line works at City Hall, that line should be working. There's no excuse for that. There's none.
Councilmember Burns told us she's become skeptical of the mayor's ability to get the job done and worries his leadership is alienating key members of the Flint city government, including the Department of Public Works, or DPW, which oversees the water system.
There's a lot of water pipes that need to get looked at in this city. Does the city have someone in charge of the Department of Public Works?
We currently do not have a DPW director.
What happened to him?
He quit. He left March 17th.
Mayor Neely has yet to fill that position. The mayor initially offered a follow-up interview with Scripps News, but after we raised what we'd learned since our last visit, a spokesperson emailed a statement instead, writing, "The city is trying to hire a new public works director and is inquiring as to why the phone line is not working consistently." The city also committed to finishing all of its remaining work by the latest court order deadline of August 1st.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Meanwhile, residents like Adia McCullough continue to use bottled water each day as her skepticism about more promises coming from the city grows.
Honestly, I don't even have words for it anymore. Someone that's comfortable with letting people live like this, they're not going to hear someone like me anyway. Their lives are okay. They're succeeding. They're safe. What about everybody else?
Now, just this evening, the city responded in federal court telling that judge that this request to hold the city and the mayor in contempt of court is wholly without merit. And they said that singling out Sheldon Neely was inappropriate. Now, I can tell you this, though, in a major twist, we went back to that mayor, Sheldon Neely, and said one more time, what's up with Adia's case? What are you doing about her? And good news, Adia tells us that just yesterday, contractors showed up finally on her front door with an emergency order to finally fix her water pipes. So for that one resident of Flint, help is now finally arriving.
Yeah, Adia and her son, thank God.
All right, Mickey, we can
Mark,
cut.
but
Hey,
also
Mickey, did you get the
how many
video?
Other families might be in the situation.
Yeah,
By the way,
Yes, I got it. I'm finna put
Hey,
it up.
play that video. This is a good follow-up for this right here, Tanya, because this, but what happened in this video was right after this article with you in it. This happened with the communication person who said that they were done and completed August the 1st.
So that's when you had spoken with Katie and Neil. So before we get down, do a wrap up with this one. All right. So this shows when they sat down with Mayor Neely, he gave a percentage at 90%. And so it's still at 90%.
No, it's 95. He said 95 since November 2019.
And so we still have no DPW director.
No, matter of fact, they took all the requirements. Remember, I was arguing about the job description.
It didn't pass. It
didn't pass.
No,
okay.
It did not pass because they were taking off. You're correct. They were trying. This administration was taking off. Mayor Neely's administration was taking off the qualifications for the DPW director because they said they were having a difficult time. I don't even have a word for that when I saw that. I mean, how do you have the city that has the worst water crisis, you still haven't completed it, and now you want to strip down to make sure you have you have an unqualified person over the DPW department. You can't make this stuff up. So the fry guy at McDonald's would be able to come be the DPW director for the city of Flint. They were taking the qualifications, stripping it down, saying we'll take someone in lieu of this, we'll take that. No, with Flint that's not what we should be doing here. And so in this one, it showed that promises were made, promises were broken. And Judge Lawson, this was over 9 months ago, and these issues are still happening today. So it took Judge Lawson, how long has it? Months over.
They went to court back in July, I think, July of last year, and they asked because he had missed the deadline earlier that year, and the judge had gave him another deadline, August the 1st, and then
deadlines.
He'd have missed like 5 different deadlines. Every deadline he has missed. And
so do you think he takes fixing the service line serious?
No, he doesn't. I mean, when he asked me to come back from New York early so we can go out, it's not just the service lines. He doesn't take water serious. He will come out every now and then, like where they doing Cedar Street, Dorset Street pump stations. When they fix them, he will come out and make it sound like he really did something. The backup resource was already in motion before he got in office. So he loves to taunt that, I got that completed. Well, it was already under construction when he got in office. Everything that has been done, it was already in motion, in place. So he hasn't done anything. I mean, look how he done jacked up $94 million. $94 million came in under his watch, and we still sitting on 40 million, and none of the people in the city of Flint has seen any because he's an incompetent mayor. I'm serious, y'all. This guy, he used to call me, Tonya, he used to call me 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because he would have to go into a meeting about water or whatever. He would call me 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and ask me questions about the water and different things like that. But when he called me back from New York early, and I'll never forget this one time he called me down to City Hall. Tonya, Councilwoman Burns, y'all, my fault. Let me quit. She got Councilwoman Burns up there. Councilwoman Burns called me at 10 o'clock at night. 10 o'clock at night. I had just left City Hall. I get down there. I knock on the door. Mayor Sheldon Neely answers the door with a bag of popcorn. I said, see, and I can't cuss, y'all. 10 o'clock at night, I done drove all the way across town. You gonna greet me at the door with a bag of popcorn and ask me, do I want some popcorn? Man, do it look like I want some popcorn 10 o'clock at night, man? So we get all the way up in there. Councilwoman Burns walking around, Mazan Green walking around, he's walking around, and then you had I think Aunt Esther was there. Was Tommy there, Aunt Esther? Was she there?
I don't know. I was working. I was finishing up my day.
Okay. You was finishing up your day, but you didn't call me down there for some bull crap. He takes me in the room.
What he wanted. I did not know what he needed you for.
He takes me in a room, in this candy room. It's like a candy room. Treats and snacks. Oh, you find it funny, right? You find it funny. And he takes me in this snack room. I felt like he was trying to groom me or something. You know what I mean? You want some candy? I don't want no candy, man. What the hell? I look a 50-something-year-old man doing in a candy room. You call me down here 10 o'clock at night for some candy and some popcorn. So I'm looking at Tonya, Councilwoman Burns. I'm looking at her. Looking at him, I'm like, so what's the reason for me being down there? Couldn't nobody tell me. But later on, Councilwoman Burns told me. What was the reason y'all called me down there? What was his reason for calling me down there?
It was something he wanted you to
You
do.
said that you told him that
The
I
samples.
could go out and get the
Oh,
samples.
yeah, because we had the samples that needed to be done, and the samples, the DPW department, our director then was Rob Benzick, and Rob Benzick has since left the city. So Rob Benzick and let me set this up. I was at that point, I held probably 50 positions, it felt like. And so my thing was basically to facilitate, to make sure the city was getting things that which were done. I worked in economic development, and at the same time, I worked for the mayor. And so Rob Benzick he didn't have staff. And so he needed to get the water samples because we had a deadline that had to be met. And so Rob Benzick said, well, hey, if Whitson wants to go get them, all he has to do is, I said, he doesn't want to be paid. I said, even better, because he doesn't have the staff. Let's go get him on them little highlighter jackets. And we needed him to sign off on a waiver. I checked with the legal department, which was attorney Angela Wheeler at the time. And so it was something that could be done so that the city would not be in violation. And so we were meeting our goals. City has had problems hiring people. So Whitson was going to do it. And it was 11 samples you had to get then.
Right. That was it. 11 samples
that needed to be gotten. And we had to do this. And so that was the nature of the call. And I thought it was all supposed to be set up. We were going to get, Woodson was going to get the sample, and even Rob Benson, and you and him weren't really on the same page, but you're on the same page for the quality of the water, right? On this, and he asked me, he said, "Well, do you trust?" And I said, "Listen, if he had to, he would get those samples. If he had to hold them in his lap all the way to Alaska and dry, he would make sure we got them samples." And so that was the purpose, to make sure we weren't going to miss a deadline. And so that didn't happen when you got down there. I don't know where everything went.
I mean, all right. So that was like right after he got elected. So January of 2020, right after that, I was in New York at my uncle's funeral. And he called and said, I need you to come back because they had to have the samples in by February the 1st. I come back and he left me in the office for 2 hours. And I said, man, you could have called or text and let me know that you weren't going to meet me, and you got me to come back early from my trip because my aunt wanted to stay an extra week in New York. So I come back and he left me in the office. They got violated. The city had a violation notice February the 14th, 2020, because they didn't collect enough samples. This guy does not care about the water. The water is not his priority. And people need to understand that. And the water is not safe. The water is not right. That's it right there. Oh, man, that's it right there.
Wait, hold on. Let's set this up because I don't want you, so people can understand. So this is what Woodson does, a communications meeting once a week. And I'm quite sure some of the people on there wish he would be absent sometime. But I'm just saying. So he's on this communications meeting, and they're going over some issues. And you're on there. There are several people you have got that are on there. One that he's going over with is the communications person. Her name is Katie O'Neill. She's with the city of Flint, and she is a liar because she lied on me.
My God. My God.
She's a liar. She is a liar. She gave a false press release on me saying I threatened somebody, which is just crazy. So this is how
then she wrote, wasn't she the one that wrote an affidavit on Councilman Mays?
She did. She wrote a lie about Councilman Mays. A couple of them press releases. So you're on this Thursday communications meeting.
Right, communication, right.
At different departments, the state of Michigan, you got the Genesee County is
EPA,
on there, EPA, and who else?
Eagle.
So it's important.
MDHHS.
And so you have all these
You gotta,
agencies which are
yeah.
vital to to us. So finish setting it up because I didn't want you to be next thing I know you'll be telling us we're getting off the plane, apparatus coming down.
Oh no! It's gonna set up for itself. All Mickey has to do is just play it in there. Understand that this is Athena. She's the facilitator of the meeting. Her and Dexter Clark, and she's finna let you know right here what's going on.
Mr. Woodson, I see your hand. I'm gonna allow like 2 minutes because I really want to get to our presenter.
Yeah,
So,
I'm ready for that too. You know what I'm saying? But can you go to Michigan.gov/Flintwater, go back to where you were when we was looking it up. It should say, yeah. And type in under search legislators. SL. So, yeah, there it is right there. Go to 2020, December 14th, 2020.
Here?
Yep, right there. All right, now go up, go down, I guess. All right, stop. The city reports that 26,232 lines have been excavated. That's 2020. That's November the 30th, 2020. 26,000. So Katie, again, tell me, how did y'all do 6,000 lines since 2019? I mean, I ain't even got into the money part of it yet. I haven't even talked about that yet because this is something that I've been doing. See, I keep on trying to tell y'all, I eat and sleep this water because our water isn't fixed. I want to know, how did Roe come up with 26,000 and said that y'all did 6,000, and this is November 2020. Y'all didn't even do any lines. Matter of fact, guess what? Athena, can you go to 2021 when they last reported? Can you go back to that? Go to the last one that was up on top. And I mean, let's see, if it's 6,000, it should be 32,000, the last legislative report in 2021. The top one. Let's see what this one says. This one says 27,000. That ain't even 1,000. That's a year later. That's a year later. If y'all even did 1,000 every year, matter of fact, y'all didn't even do any in 2021 until September.
Oh, that's it, Mickey?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Oh man, I gotta put up the whole video because at the end, Katie O'Neill comes back and apologized for lying. She called it a misstep or misquote or whatever the case may be, but she apologizes for lying. This is what they do, y'all. They do this and they continuously put out false information. Listen, y'all, listen. And this was said at the Water Advisory Committee. And I think Carol Kincaid is on here also. She be at all the meetings. I asked them, give me a yes or a no. Is our water safe? They come with, well, we meeting the minimum requirements. Minimum. Y'all listen, the minimum MCL. We are reaching the minimum or requirements. So I said, okay, the minimum. I said, can we take the filters? I know that a law was just passed or a recommendation was just passed where they recommend you use a filter on your faucet. I said, okay, if you just recommend it, is Flint like all the other municipalities where they can take off the filter if they don't want to use it because it's just recommended? They said no, because they're still working on the service lines and all this. I said, so it's not safe to take the filters off, correct? No, it's not. It's not safe to take. That's a yes or a no. And then I turned around and said, how many municipalities that's getting water from Gliwa has to treat treated water? How many municipalities have to put, once they get the water in, have to put 3 milligrams per liter of orthophosphate in their water? Have you all looked to see? Because we done been on 3 milligrams per liter of orthophosphates since 2016. That's 8 years. Normally, the range is 1 milligrams per liter. We're doing 4 milligrams per liter. Chlorine kills, man. We're adding all this stuff to our water. Can we stop adding any of this to our water? They said no. Well, then our water is not safe. Our distribution system is not safe. And what we better be looking at, and they won't answer this question, but this was one of the main topics at these meetings that I used to be in. We have 650 miles of pipe that was built for 200,000 people. We only have 80,000 people. They have to downsize our water system. What have y'all been working on? They've been working on it, but they won't tell anybody. North side, east side, you in trouble. I keep trying to tell y'all, it's gonna come up on you, and you can't say that you was not warned. People in Flint are reactive. We are reactionary. We wait until things happen, and then we're behind the 8 ball, and we want to stand up. We want to try to fight. We want to try to do this. We want to try to do that. Instead of getting out there right now, saying something, that's the problem. That's the problem. Oh, I'm done, Tonya. I'm done ranting.
Okay. So I want to wrap up so people, and then we're not wrapping up yet. I know you are at the Western A. So you cannot, Flint's water, you have to have a filter. It is not safe to drink the water in the city of Flint without a filter. After they complete the service lines, if we ever get to that point, 1 year afterwards, the city is still responsible for giving out filters 1 year afterwards, and they're free. But we haven't reached the point to where they have completed the service lines at all.
Oh, and don't go over on Clyde Road where they said that they opened that new service center, because you can't get a filter. You can't even go inside because they lied about that too. They said it's open. It's not open. You cannot go inside to get test kits, nor can you go in there to get a filter.
I haven't been there. So the one where we pay $9,000 a month, which they were first wanted to pay out of ARPA, then it came out of the police fund. And so, or was it it was the police fund.
Opioid, wasn't it?
No, I think it was the police. No, it was the police fund. They were taking it out of the monies that confiscation.
Oh yeah, right.
And so it's $9,000 a month for the lease for that building, and so you can't go in the building.
No, I mean at the communication. At the communication meeting, I told Katie O'Neill, the liar. Chevy fired the liar. I thought she was bad, but Katie O'Neill, that little female right there, she will tell you a lie, and then she'll play victim. Her voice will get real low.
She plays victim.
Oh, she plays victim big time.
She's a fake police a fake news report she sent out on me. Katie O'Neill is a liar. And then when confronted, she becomes the victim, because I'm going to check you about my stuff. I'm not going to let your lie get legs on me. And that's what she did. And then they created they wanted for Mays, for Councilman Mays, Councilman Pfeiffer. And then for me, they came up with these, we were bullying people. And I'm like, y'all lying in the press, giving fake press releases. But I digress. Go ahead, Art, because
I mean, no, I mean, if y'all go look, I mean, I could put up these communication meetings and she would lie. And at the beginning of the communication meetings, it would say that we will respect each other's opinion. We will respect this. We will respect that. And like I told them, I said, this is a communication meeting where we have to take the information back to the community, and we want correct information. You know, you have little Mayor Sheldon Nickelbag Neely always talking about somebody putting out misinformation, somebody doing this, somebody misleading the community. When you got a communication person up in a communication meeting giving out fake, misleading information, and then when I tell her to stop, she still come back the following meeting and lie again. So this time I said, you know what? I'm tired of it. It's disrespectful, and I'm tired of it. Once I started going at her about her lies, you had people, you know, you shouldn't make it personal. I'm not making it personal. I'm just calling her name. She's the director. Katie, quit lying, because you're not telling the people the truth. Everybody wants to run to her defense. Me and Athena got into it big time. I mean, we really got into it. I'm gonna put the video up too, man. I'm gonna show y'all. She's the biggest damn. Mayor Sheldon Neely lies. He lies, y'all, and don't understand why. He lied about his degree. He lied about it. What you laughing at? What you laughing at, Councilwoman Burns? Huh?
Put up. Wait a minute. The money to pay for the Clio Road Bill Payment Center came from the same funds that provided money for the toy helicopter.
Oh wow. Yeah, you mean the one that he got the car seat, the baby seat in? How in the world? He only 4'2" and he's standing taller than the helicopter.
That's taller than the helicopter.
Yeah, you see that picture that he took? And it wasn't like no angle picture. It was like straight up picture. Man, I swear to God, I thought I seen that helicopter on the Christmas tree as an ornament downtown on the Christmas tree. That little small, who the hell, how they find it, man? If a wind come in, a gust of wind comes in, man, listen, they hit in that little helicopter. You ain't seen that helicopter since then.
Well, the helicopter, the original, I believe 400,000, that one didn't go through. And that was the prior council before. Then they had a contract for 75,000. The helicopter went up 4 times. I think 4 times. And it was only for like a 3-month period. And basically we were using the Michigan State Trooper Chopper 1, which is, you know, that helicopter is like 4.8
We was using
million.
1 and 2.
Right.
And so they're using 1 and 2.
Majority 1. So don't correct me on my show. Don't come
hey, I mean,
y'all know me. We will beef it up.
Hey, listen, I ain't correcting you, but you know,
we didn't have to pay for the pilots. We didn't have to pay for gas. We didn't have to pay for, you know, that one had all the infrared. It had all the technology that, I don't know, what was y'all calling that? The little Christmas tree helicopter?
Yeah, the little Christmas tree helicopter. Yeah, man. And then, hey, man, talking about he gonna put some sirens on it and stuff, man. All I can think about, man, was somebody going over in Toys R Us with the little helicopters, the little Lego helicopter. Hey, man. And then he gonna say I'm riding in it. But they got a car seat in there. Mother. Hey, man. Hey. Hey, man, he done went to Thompson Lots and got a new suit and everything and stand in front of the helicopter like he's tough. Hey, then he had on his little, what you call it, little shooters, the little shooter jackets with his little hat. I mean, he really was standing there like he was really,
like
king of crime.
Yeah, like
huh?
a hunting apparel, like when you out.
Yeah, you know where they be in the backyard. Pool.
Dogs out, skeet shooting.
Yeah.
Skeet shooting.
Yeah. Skeet shooting. He had on a skeet shooting jacket, right? Stand up there like he tough on crime like this, y'all. He stand up there like this. And then I saw the propellers almost touching his head. And he got a duck and he only 4'2". I said, man, what type of helicopter is this? That's when I started thinking. I was like, man, they done went and got the Christmas ornament from off the Christmas tree, put it outside, let him stand in front of the Christmas tree ornament and say they got a helicopter. Because we never seen it. I thought it was a floating star up in the sky. I thought it was one of those shooting stars, man, because you couldn't see it. Hey, look, you know how you can see the state troopers helicopter? See, man. See, y'all done got me off track. My fault. My fault, man.
So yeah, we're done with the helicopter. So the helicopter has gotten a lot of mileage out of some very good jokes, and it was not compared. It's when we talk about Trooper Chopper 1 from Michigan State, their helicopters, and then ours, the one that they at least out. It was just not a good idea. This was something me and Chief Green never agreed with. Not at all. My thing is use the talent and the skill that you have for free with the pilots, that because what they did was make Flint a priority because our busiest, unfortunately, our the crime is Thursday, Fridays, and Saturday evenings in between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. our target or hotspot times. So back to the water because the helicopter. That helicopter was a mess.
Hey, no, sis, but on the water tip, man, they have allowed we have allowed them to take away our voice. We have allowed them to not fix the water because we listen to the people that looks like us who they put in place. I was mad as hell when President Biden's surrogate went on CNN and said that our water was fixed. This is recently, y'all. This is during one of the primaries here in Michigan, right? Where they had that uncommitted vote, like 100,000 uncommitted votes, right? So on CNN that Sunday, Matt Landrew went on CNN and said that he met with some pastors and people here in the city of Flint. And they told him that the water was fixed, that the pipes was fixed. I turned around and sent the transcript to their campaign and said, hey, listen, don't say that anymore because our water is not fixed and our pipes are not fixed. Why are you allowing this guy to get away with the things that he has gotten away with? When Mayor Weaver was in office, they kept her in court. They threatened city council to lock them up if they didn't vote for the 30-year deal with Gleewood. Why hasn't this guy been in court? Why is it that NRDC and had to take them to court, had to take Mayor Sheldon Santos Neely to court in order to get him to do something that should have been done back in 2019, 2020? Because here's the problem, y'all. Where he say that during COVID he couldn't do it. The difference here is that if you did excavation just to check to see if it's a lead line, you don't have to have the person's permission. To do road restoration, You don't have to have the person's permission because it's sidewalk and it's in the easement. You don't have to have the owner's permission because that's city property. You don't have to have that. And he would run around and say that he needed people's permission and all this other stuff. Just like I just got on Katie O'Neill the last meeting. Y'all came by and fixed the sidewalks, but y'all didn't fix the grass.
So
there's issues.
What do you think should be done now? Because now people are saying, well, what does being held in contempt, what is going to happen? You know, what is, you know, the city's been held in contempt. Okay, so what happens?
So what needs to happen? Again, I forgot his number. I think it's 766-7316. I don't know for sure. Gotta look it up again. But remember when I was going down there every day at 11 o'clock? I was protesting at 11 o'clock. Melissa, Roz, President Clark would come down. And I was telling people, listen, our water is not safe. Call this number and let the mayor know our water is not safe. And then I put up another number. Call this number. Listen, everybody. Well, what we got to do is stop allowing them to put African Americans, Black people, in place to where we idolize them. We their word means everything. Like Ed Al Sharpton. I know a lot of y'all older folks, elders, whatever, gonna get mad. I didn't cuss. I'm just stating my piece. I understand you gotta have pastors. Like you said, these are Art Woodson views. This is not the views of 810 Media Group. This is not the views of Councilwoman Burns. I suggest y'all put on a parachute real quick because you asked me a question. And I'm a straight up person, and I'm going to tell you what I feel. I'm going to tell you what I see, and I'm going to tell you all these sellouts. They are political prostitutes, the pastors. Not all of them. Not all of them. You know what? I'm going to call names. Chris Martin, political prostitute. Reginald Flynn, political prostitute. Pastor Pettigrew, who was probably on his show this morning trying to be somebody, political prostitute. They will turn tricks for a couple of dollars for politics. I'm just saying. I ain't saying sexual.
These are not the views of
I'm not saying, I ain't saying that. I'm talking about as far as coming out here, tricking the people with words.
I don't agree with, and one
I can't
thing,
hear you.
I don't agree with a lot of things that Pastor Christopher Martin. So these are the views of Arthur Woodson, and I'm quite sure he doesn't agree with my views. But let's move on. So Woodson.
Hey, all right, Tanya. You said you said that you said the views wasn't of yours. See, and this is why our community is in shambles, because we have to bite our tongue out of, I don't know if it's out of respect. I don't know what it is, but see, the disrespect comes when they come out here and lie to the people just for a couple of dollars, man. That's where the disrespect comes. And they are in position. Rich Beard said in Detroit News.
I believe that pastors do have a responsibility to be truthful and to be actually for a community. I agree with that. 100%.
So Chris Martin coming out saying the water is safe. Remember when they took the water pods? What y'all complaining about? The water is safe. Was he right for doing that?
If that was he shouldn't have said that, because we
say
know
what?
The water. I said he shouldn't have done that. We know that you cannot drink Flint water today.
So Councilwoman Burns, let me ask you this: when you have people doing that, right? How do you inform the people, or how do you remove people who are giving out information and keeping the community blinded? How do you do that?
You have to combat it with the truth. And that's why podcasts like yours, like this one and others, the morning bump are becoming so popular because people are in search of the truth. People are thirsty for the truth. And we know that most often those in leadership positions know how to twist and turn the truth. That is basically alternative facts, is what they have. And so when we look at why social media and podcasts so popular, because people want the truth. They're thirsty for the truth. They know who
And see,
lies. Yeah.
and the only thing here, right? When they try to show you off, they try to show me off. Mickey Winters, they try to show us off, misleading, and then they send their surrogates. They send they minions, not to attack the facts, not to attack the documents, but attack us personally. They cannot speak to us on facts, and they sit back and they share. They share the bull crap that comes out. And me myself, I and I'm sorry to have said the things that I said. Everybody, I apologize for saying certain things on Councilwoman Burns podcast. I should have waited until I got on my own podcast. I I try to inform the people with names. This is who you better watch out for, because the hissing is loud. The snakes are out. They are trying to put black people.
How you feel. I think everybody knows. I don't think you have to be apologetic with how you feel. Sometimes it's how things are just said. I mean, your delivery and my delivery are always, they're two different ones generally they are. But I think your sentiment when you talk about some of these, there are some pastors that they put the pastors out here, and because they are a pastor, we're supposed to, we feel, as you grow up, especially in the Black culture, that you can trust the pastor. Some of them they cannot be trusted.
So, Councilwoman Burns, let me ask you this, right? And this is crazy, right? You being and we don't see it on your side, because you're on the side that has to vote as a council person, and you have to get votes in order to be in office. The grocery store, the AutoZone, I call not the AutoZone, but the Auto World 2.0. Nothing but a piggy bank with an ATM sitting outside, and the store been there for 2 years and hasn't been open yet. Not one carrot cucumber been up in that store. Now, they didn't got money on top of money. He didn't even, Reginald Flynn didn't apologize to the 6-year-old that he jumped on. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But Reginald Flynn is who I'm talking about. He's saying that he coming back for some money. The public see that the store hasn't been open. Is like a piggy bank for everybody else. Tim Herman, Uptown Redevelopment, is the fiduciary. They are over the money. How in the world can downtown be over something uptown that's supposed to be Black owned? But uptown, we're gonna put that on the side. Reginald Flynn come back with his dashiki on, with his African tone, just coming back from Kenya, throw his right hand up, fight the power. Do you feel inclined that you have to vote for him because he say Black power and he has on this African gear and everything else, and knowing that this store deep down inside, I don't know what your thoughts are, I don't know what your position is. Do you feel inclined that you have to vote for it because he has other Black power people that is sharing the wealth with him and not for the people? Do you feel inclined that you have to vote for it?
I don't feel inclined to ever vote for anything, because one thing about me, unless whatever I vote for, I defend it and I explain it. That's just me. Whether it's a popular vote or unpopular vote, and I give my reasoning for it. And some of my votes and what I support may be unpopular. And so with him, with the grocery store, and I had a conversation with him, had a very long conversation. And I watched the interview with Winters on she did a special with him. And I watched that one. And then he called me. We had a very long conversation. So the money coming back, I did ask you. So you're coming back for 1.5 million. And he said, I'm glad you asked that question. No, I'm not. He says, I'm coming back for 300,000. The other part is to be leveraged. Okay. So my question was, when was the store supposed to be open? And that date has still fluctuated. And I talked to him a couple months ago. And so he was saying, hopefully by the end of May, we would have it open. I have not talked to him since then. So is there a need on the north side of Flint? Absolutely. There is a food desert. You go into some of these stores, and I went into one of the Krogers, and I was on a phone call. And if you go into the Save-A-Lot on the corner of Ballinger, it's like it's mopping when you walk into the entrance optional. And with Kroger on Chronic, it's like one step above, when you walk in here to Save-A-Lot. So not having and the selection. So we have a food desert, and we have, for lack of, in poor communities, we don't have what we see if we go to the Kroger in Flushing, or the Kroger in Grand Blanc, or if we go to Kroger in Fenton, or if you go to a VG's. It's not the same. Our grocery stores in poor communities or in urban areas or in cities do not look the same. And I get when you worried about, can I pay my consumers? Is my cable cut off? Can I pay my water bill? You're not worried about the aesthetics or the appearance of a grocery store. But what we don't also notice, the food isn't even as fresh. The vegetables and stuff, you got some of this stuff, you have expiration dates on like the salad packages, and if you look on there. And so when you're worried about just surviving every day, you're not worried about the other things that you see other people getting, because you just trying to make it to the next day. And people get into that mode. So that's a whole nother show.
So here's real quick, I'm gonna wrap this up, right? I feel what you're saying, but why do we continuously allow crooks
to
stay in position to where we got a food desert? We didn't have a food desert for years. People have been and died by the time they fixed the food desert with them, because he has 2 new Corvettes, a brand new house in South Carolina, and we still got a food desert, but he's eating good down in South Carolina. It's no urgency for him. And then he went down to city council because Mott and Community Foundation made him apologize. Told him that he better apologize to Mott and Community Foundation for what he said.
But he's not the only one. We have got 2 council members, Liddell Lewis and Candace Mouchad, who's appointed, who are receiving ARPA funds. So pimping the city is nothing new. You have got
that's what I'm saying. You saying names now. You saying names. All right. Let's go.
And I say, because I find it to be unethical that Liddell Lewis, Cyrus Park, that she created, she filed for her corporation papers that.
What's that?
That's my ward map, because my map go all the way from Welch all the way down.
I know somebody was throwing paper at you or what,
I take my ward serious, you know that. So I find it to be unethical and inappropriate that we have council people that if your name is on if I start a 501c3 nonprofit, I should not be asking for money. It becomes a conflict of interest. It is a direct conflict of interest. And anybody who receives money for funding from City of Flint has no business being on city council. I don't care who it is. If you are receiving community block grant dollars and you are, your living is, being made in your business through funded dollars, you should not be on council, because you're going to have to vote for your own funding. Liddell Lewis voted for her own $50,000. She voted yes for her own $50,000. And then you have council. Well, it's not direct. Yeah, she's the incorporate. She incorporated it. Her articles of incorporation. I couldn't believe it when I had seen it. They showed it to me. If I started my own nonprofit and I needed city funds to survive, I would resign, because it takes away. You're going to be put in a position and a predicament to where you're going to have to vote for yourself. She didn't recuse herself. Just like she took the money from Ashley Capital, a $1,500 check. And she said, oh, it was for the Halloween. Okay, but then Liddell Lewis turned around and voted to give Ashley Capital $3.5 million in ARPA funds. Then she voted yes also to give them a $72 million tax abatement. But she took a check for $1,500. She's unethical. Unethical. I don't take money from you. You don't do that. And then the stuff she does and how she weaponizes the police. Someone did a TikTok, and it was when you were there. The young man, everybody got arrested in city council chambers after they broke quorum, and they don't understand what at ease is. And to do at ease, you have to have a quorum to go at ease. They didn't have a quorum. They don't even know how to apply the rules. And Attorney Kim is allowing them, which is, I'm not a parliamentarian, to just break the rules because he don't care. When all the people in there are the color of a different hue, he don't care. If you're poor and black, or even if you're poor and white, he don't care. Because he is allowing them to just run amok. And so when we talk about
so Tonya, Councilwoman Burns, real quick. That's what I'm talking about, what you just did, right? You're on the political side of it, but you able to call out names to let people know the people that looks like us is not on your side.
Oh, absolutely.
But on the activist side, that's me.
Absolutely.
I have to call out names on the activist side, and like I said, this is your platform. I won't do it on here because you have to remain neutral because you're a council person. And I shouldn't have came all the way hard like that. That's my fault. But that's what I'm saying. We have to start calling out these African Americans, politicians and pastors and leaders, in order for us to get the word out there to the people so that they will know, just like we're talking about the water. They lied. We have proof. We have proof that all they did was lie since 2019. What else do you need to show you? We have proof that he lied about his degree. We have proof that he lied about Chief Barton. We have proof that he lied about spending money on the metal detectors, saying that he can do it. We have proof, man, and it's a list. We have proof that he just wasn't an acquaintance with John Cole. He was more than an acquaintance with John Cole. John Cole tell you, I've been knowing Mayor Sheldon Neely since 2011.
John Cole is the person who went to prison about 15 years ago for spreading HIV to people unknowingly. 49 men. 49 men, and he did not disclose he had HIV. And then
he said that if they asked him why didn't he tell them, he said if I told them they wouldn't have sex with me.
And so Sheriff Swanson arrested him last year and he's in jail now, but he's up on charges for giving a 14-year-old boy that they said Sheriff Swanson said he groomed him and giving him HIV. That John D. Peters, he had changed his name, that he had groomed this young man and he had given him, the boy turned out to be infected with HIV. He had shown him money, given him money, shown him Xboxes. But Sheriff Swanson did a really good, interview investigation on Johnny D. Peters, also known as John Cole. And so he's run this 14-year-old boy's life. And I'm going to tell you, couldn't be me, because I would be in somebody's prison if that was my child. Because in my opinion, you raped a young man. You gave him HIV. He took his life. He took that young man's life. That young man will never have a normal life. He groomed him, showed him, befriended him, gave him money, showed him, what the money is for, then promised him gaming toys and different stuff. And he took someone he was a vulnerable young man. You know what you got to do. And yes, this young man was friends and worked on Mayor Neely's campaign. I don't hang around with pedophiles. I don't do that. I don't do it. And you knew something was wrong with him, that this man was unethical. Everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. And now this young man, my heart goes out for this young man because he has HIV, a 14-year-old. I think he may be 15 now, because a sexual predator took advantage of a child. John D. Peters is a criminal sexual predator who took advantage of a young teenage boy.
Councilwoman Burns, can Mickey go down the list?
No, I won't be able to have time. I got. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So I know you got yours, but I do want to say this because you got like how many videos? 12.
Yeah.
And there is going to be a meeting in council, I believe, on Monday. So there's going to be a special meeting, I believe, on Monday. So just for everybody, Monday at 5:30.
Are we getting put out? Are we getting put out?
Well, hell yeah, everybody. I mean, y'all. You know what
don't
happened?
curse. Don't cuss.
Warning. You get a warning. You in the blue pants. You get a warning.
Oh, she was giving out warnings like Mayor Neely give out keys to the city. You get a key. You get a key. You get a key. Key in your life. You get a warning. You get a warning. You get a warning. She was like, "You in the blue pants. You're out of here, Woodson. You're out of here. You got a warning. Oh, you don't care? You're out of here. We're not gonna at ease." Oh, and definition of at ease is in the military is where you can talk in place. The members can sit there and talk in place until they resume regular formal meeting, speaking about the legislation or whatever the case, whatever the board has, resolutions, whatever. Then they bring it back. But at ease does not mean recess or adjourn. It's just at ease. You can talk, whatever. But if that person get up, the quorum is still broken. At ease does not stop quorum from being broken.
Correct. You have to, and I spoke with the Michigan Municipal League and the parliamentarian. They are using it wrong, as we have stated. That once quorum is broken, period.
Right.
There is no, I'm gonna holler out at ease afterwards. You can't do that. But
right.
I do want to put up, so there will be a meeting on Monday. Also, for people who have been asking, Mickey, if you can put that back up, Councilman Mays' funeral will be next. If you can blow it, can you blow it up? It will be next Friday, celebrating the life and the legacy of Councilman Eric Mays. The funeral will be Friday, March 22nd. The viewing. It will be at House of Prayer, which is in the city of Flint in the First Ward. The viewing will be from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the House of Prayer. Saturday will be the funeral. Funeral will be at 11 a.m. at the House of Prayer Church, Flint, Michigan. I don't know where the rumor started. It was never planned to be in Saginaw. I don't know who said that, but that was a
Don Jones.
Well, whoever said it was
she said it. She said it on Channel 12 on his first interview with Hakeem. She said, "Why? Well, people have to drive all the way to Saginaw." It's the way that she said it, and Hakeem came back and said, "No, it's not going to be in Saginaw." But the way that she said it, she made it sound like it was going to be in Saginaw.
Yeah. So it is not. It will be in the city of always. I believe both families. People need to keep this family in their prayer. They'll be celebrating the services, and if you come and people are saying they're coming from everywhere. Get there, be on time. This has been a lot. This has been a lot. And so and then Mickey, if there's anything else that I have missed, I know I have another meeting to get to. And Woodson said he barbecuing y'all.
Hey, my barbecue be on point. You specialize in pinto beans and ham hocks.
I cook a few more things. I got a tip from my son. He asked me to make him some. Every time he loves pasta.
Make some what?
He wants some pasta salad this time, and he wants some goulash. So
I thought you were talking about some beans. I don't mess with all that other stuff.
No. So listen, I'm not doing with you this morning, and I'm so tired. I took a nap. I never take a nap. I just sat down for a minute. I was like I had narcolepsy. But I want everyone to Councilman May's funeral viewing is next Friday. His funeral is next Saturday. And I want to thank you, Woodson, for coming on and keeping us abreast of everything and letting us know what's going on. I mean, people are filing, what does the contempt of court mean? So people will be looking for you to explain that with the water crisis, where are we at? You know, when those numbers, I don't know if the numbers will come out of how, we do not know how many restorations we have. That number went from 1,500 to 2,500 to 8,000.
Well, what we're going to have, Councilwoman Burns, because y'all got to vote on it in order for him to be able to sign it, right? It's called the ACO, Administrative Consent Order, and it's dealing with the TMF, which is the Technical Managerial Finance
Report.
And what happened this time, they getting ready to put in this TMF deadlines, and they're going to have the number of service lines, they're going to have the number of road restorations, they're going to have all this, and he gets fined if he doesn't meet any of this stuff. That's why the judge didn't fine him, because the Eagle has this coming out. It should be out in another week, about a week or week and a half. It'll be out, and you all got to vote on it, because he got to sign. The Mayor Sheldon Santos Neely has to sign that he will complete these deadlines that this ACO is.
So, and then that'll be coming up. So, Mickey, I want to thank you. I know you have a lot going on for helping to navigate these. You didn't have to jump off the plane too many times. We know Whitson is on here, and everybody might need a parachute, because we don't know what might come out his mouth. We really don't know. We don't know. And so I want to thank everyone, from no matter where you are from or where you are at, for taking the time to spend it with me. Whitson is my special guest, and then also with Mickey, the greatest producer, because none of this could be done without him. We don't listen. Ain't no telling what this show is like. You know what? Today's show gonna be what it is when we got Whitson on. It's gonna be what it is. Now he got this one video, Mickey. You know which one I'm talking about.
Who? Which? Nah, tell me. Which
Oh man, I sent it to you. Yeah. Hold on. Hold up. I'm getting ready to send it to you. If you ain't got it, I'm gonna send it again, Mickey, because I don't know the producer, the greatest producer.
Did you send it to him?
He froze up with all that. He came and messed up our flow this week.
And he is froze.
Yeah, while he over there talking junk, he talked all that junk, and froze right up, got a call. So
wherever people are from, Miami, Florida, Winter's got to people in the first.
I got it. This little man. Oh my God, this man finna really hate us. So you ready for that video?
Nah, we're gonna wait, because that's his video. So
there you go.
Is he back in here?
Yeah.
He's up. I didn't freeze up. I had to go find my man so he could tell you what you needed to know.
Oh my God. Yeah, let me put it out here for
you. Yeah.
Review Arthur Woodson, not those.
Let's go. Let's all just sing along. Let's all just sing along. 1, 6, 7, 8. Why you gotta lie so much?
You must wake up and just make up stuff, because I just do not understand why. Every time you talk, you tell a quick lie. You and your lies gotta go, because I'm tired of talking to Pinocchio. Think you had a nerve to look folks in the eyes, knowing that you telling them lies. You be telling them lies. I asked you about this.
Yeah, you lied about it.
You lied about it.
I asked you about that.
You lied about it.
Get the lies together. They all over the place. I bet if Jesus came back, you a lie Let's go. Start telling all them lies. Number one, let's go. Because I don't believe nothing you say at this point. Because all you do is lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
I guess we won't be invited to the mayor's ball.
And don't care because I don't have a Pinocchio. I got a big nose, but it ain't long.
Where did that video come from?
Oh man, dude sent in. I don't know. But it's true. It's true. All you do is lie, 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 lie. That's it. I mean, continuously, just lie for no reason. Just lie. Y'all understand that? My fault.
I want to thank Winters for calling yesterday. Because when I was missing calls to let me know that Monique Proby had been hit by the car. Because I want everybody to know it takes the community to save the community. And there are some serious concerns, and I am concerned with our 911 response time too. But I'm gonna say thank Mrs. Jack. But that video.
You silly, man. You silly.
I mean, it's got a good little beat to it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, I don't believe nothing that you're saying at this point because all you do is lie, 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 lie. I mean, just understand what he just said. I mean, you know, we've been telling everybody that Mayor Sheldon Santos nearly lied. So now everybody's looking at him like, as soon as he opened up his mouth, it's a lie. I mean, seriously, every time you open up his trap, man, it's a lie.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming in here and actually somewhat behaving yourself.
Hey, y'all, listen, let me say this to your viewers real quick. If y'all see me and Councilwoman Burns fighting in public, it's not anything personal. You know, we're gonna be talking 3 days later. I have to let her just, you know, loose off for a second because she was getting ready to cut into me. And, I had to hurry up and call her because I knew it was coming. See, she didn't think I knew her or whatever. I knew she was putting stuff together to try to cut into me, right? So I said, you know what? Let me call this sister because she's sitting over there hibernating and sitting there. Yeah, whatever. And sitting up in there. Yeah, whatever. And she's sitting up in there. Hey man, hey y'all, look. This is Keep It Clean right here. This is James right here. This is Keep It Clean detail. Hey, this Keep It Clean detail 2202 Corona Road.
2202 Corona Road.
Tell them what you'll do for their car.
It'll make you look better than brand new.
Okay.
And you got security too, right?
Got security too.
How much you charge for detailing? Because I've
how much you charge for detailing?
85 for cars, 95 for SUV, vans, and trucks. Full complete detail make you look better than brand new.
Oh wait, y'all! Inflation in here. It wasn't that much.
You gonna mess your deal up?
No. Hey y'all, inflation in here.
I want the Arthur Woodson deal. Okay.
Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna pay $10. If you come up and say Arthur Woodson sent you, I'll pay $10.
There you go.
$10 savings. If you should I do 5? Because it might be a lot of people. Huh?
So let's do 10. Earth for Flint.
Hey, matter of fact, let's do $2. Hey, if you say Arthur Woodson sent you, you get a discount. All right. So
he's located on the corner of Corona, right at the point. Corona and Court, right there at the point, across from.
No, that's where he used to be.
I moved up 3 minutes away.
He's on Corona Road. He's up the street from there. It's on corner of Vosburg and Corona Road.
Okay, so you have a new location.
Yeah, yeah. It's looking lovely up here too. It's looking lovely.
Yep. Family.
Hey, that's the waiting room. That's the waiting room right there.
We got one in here.
You got a waiting room on the inside now.
Listen, I can't be on here all day with you. I got a meeting to go to.
All right, John.
Nikki, Winston,
I'm ready.
Because he ain't got no sense of time. Okay.
I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't got nothing else to do.
So listen, thank you for coming on. Mickey,
Oh,
thank
you're
you
welcome.
for doing what you do. Councilman Mays' viewing is next Friday, 10 to 6 at House of Prayer. The funeral is at House of Prayer, 11 o'clock. So I don't have the details with the funeral arrangements. When I do get them, then but that's as much as details we guess we need right now. I would say come early. I know I went to my funeral, my cousin Nicholas Harrison, and I'm gonna tell you, I ended up having to park on the corner of Dayton and Orr Street. It was so packed. It wasn't even standing room, and so I would say come early, people, and just come early. All right, Mickey, we are out. And listen, everybody that's on here, donate. We're able to bring you these shows because getting the news out there that you don't normally hear about. So if you can donate, Cash App, $810 News Media Group. Again, donate, $810 News Media Group on Cash App. If we had 100 people on here, do $5. You want to do higher, we would appreciate it. It helps us to bring you the news that the news media often does not bring you. They just don't, or they bring it to you to be the wrong stuff. So the views and opinion of this show are mine. Arthur Woodson takes responsibility for his views. So I appreciate everyone tuning in today. I'm on to my next meeting. Woodson, thank you for tuning in. I wish we had longer.
Thank you. Thank you.
We need to do another one. So you have a list. We didn't even get to those. You need to be
right.
For me.
Yeah. I got to get on my other computer so I can look at it and say, and be able to give out correct information also.
Yeah.
I was able to look at the facts.
Well, I want everybody to have a good weekend. Mickey, anything you want to say?
No, I ain't got nothing to say. It was a good show to me today.
Well, good. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in and giving us.
I make their shows. I make their shows. Her and Winters and them. Yeah. I'm that person. I'm that special guest.
You are indeed special.
Oh, you got jokes, right? Bam! All right. You got me.
Oh, what the shortest joke? How many?
Yeah. All right, go get the peanuts in a pot.
Or get you a cart to push down the aisle.
Right. Sitting up there drunk as hell, pushing the cart down the aisle.
and the family that's in the chat, we will see y'all at 8 o'clock. I will be sending out that link for Clubhouse. We'll be on at 8 tonight, just to let the people know.
All right,
y'all. Take care. Thank y'all, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Tonya. Thank you.
Yeah. Peace. Yeah, no problem. Good looking. Yeah.